Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you are all here. For today's video, we are going to be looking at what people notice first about you, or people's first impressions of you, basically. We do have 4 piles here for you today. Just want to quick say sorry, usually I post these videos on a Monday, but we are a little bit behind, yeah, on schedule, but it's fine. You still got a video out for you this week. So yeah, let's just get straight into it, and I will go ahead and show you the options that we have today. And as always, please remember that this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates, because you are not the ugly stepsister. Please do not force that shoe onto your foot. So here are the 4 options that we have today. So over here with option number 1, we have Smoky Quartz. Option number 2, we have Labradorite. With option number 3, we have green Aventurine. And finally, with number 4, we have Aragonite. Right, so I'll give you some time now to take a deep breath in and out. And ask yourself, which of these crystals or piles has a message for you? And I will see you at your reading. Hi there, option number 1. Those of you who chose the Smoky Quartz here, welcome to your reading. Got some oracle cards here, but we'll put those off to the side for a little bit later on. Do you know why? Let's just have my crystal on this side. The crystal on this side. So what are people's first impressions of you? First things first, with this being your crystal, I do feel like a lot of people feel like you keep a lot of stuff hidden, or there's more than meets the eye. There's a lot that is underneath the surface with you, I feel. That's my first initial thought about you guys. Yeah, I feel like you guys are very contained people. I've already pulled these tarot cards for you. I haven't looked at them, so we will take a look at them together. So first of all, you have the 5 of Swords. You have the 8 of Wands. Very contrasting energies there. You have the 6 of Swords reversed. You have the Queen of Cups. And you have Judgment. Very interesting. Very interesting energy here. I'm just going to turn this upright for now. So the only card you're missing, I mean suit that you are missing, is what? You've got fire, you've got air, you've got water, earth energy. Yeah, you have no pentacles here. I feel like this Judgment card picture is, the imagery, sorry, on this Judgment card is kind of what I meant in like you keeping yourself contained. Like you can see it's almost like her inner spirit or desires are being released here. And then you have that kind of similar energy on the 8 of Wands, where it's very fast paced and igniting, if that's the word. Then you have the more somber tones here with the 5 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. the Queen of Cups being here, I do see that people see that you are a very intuitive person. Like maybe you're more of an observer, or the way they perceive you. Their first impression of you is that you're more of an observer, and you're kind of just taking in everyone's emotions, taking in what's happening, opposed to trying to be a part of it. I'm also someone who looks from the outside in. I'm hearing a fish out of water because I can see this tiny little fish on this Queen of Pentacles, which is so minuscule you can barely even notice it. And that's the first time I've noticed it. Maybe that's something to say about you guys, as people see you as someone who can kind of blend into a background, or even as quite chameleon, in that you can take on different kind of energies or personas to kind of like match the energy of the group almost. Is there blood on this card? Not real blood. What's that meant to be? Was it meant to be flowers? Let me just see on this card here. I've just noticed there's like these little red splatters down here. Like, what is that meant to be? I don't know. Right, I feel like for you guys I need to put some clarifiers straight away, because there is a lot going on here. Also, if I'm looking a bit stiff, it's because your girl is got her vaccination 2 days ago now or something like that. And I did try to film a video actually yesterday, but it was too much, so I just gave up. But we're back again today. I'm still feeling a little bit stiff in this side of the arm, but we're working through it today. Okay, so why is the Five of Swords here, please, for Smokey Quartz? Why is the Five of Swords here, please, for Smokey Quartz? You have the Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands there coming out for you. Why is the Eight of Wands here, please, for Smokey Quartz first impression? Why is the Eight of Wands here? Clarify that for us, please. Clarify that for us, please. That's the Magician in reverse. Where's the Six of Swords here, please? Nine of Pentacles, that kind of did come out in reverse, but we'll keep it upright for now. Where's the Queen of Swords of Cups here, please? Sorry. We've got the Wild card with the Queen of Cups. And why is Judgment here for them, please? Those who chose Smokey Quartz, why is Judgment here? And you've got the Queen of Wands. Again, very passionate energy. I feel like maybe if you don't even notice it, you actually do... what's the word I'm trying to look for here? You draw more attention to you than maybe you realise. Or more people are drawn to your energy, even if you are someone who was a bit more reserved. This Five of Swords here, what am I feeling for this? I feel like because there is this like there's almost this burst of energy, and then there's a retraction, like a burst of energy and then a retraction. And I think maybe sometimes you guys, people's impression of you is a bit, maybe they don't know what to make of you, because sometimes you're very outgoing, and or you might say something that is very, why did I want to say spicy? It's very spicy. I don't want to say you're argumentative, because I don't think you're an argumentative person, but I think you tell people how it is. And or you're very straightforward, but then you also have this very soft side to you that is a bit more like that is a bit more quiet, reserved, or like a bit more airy fairy, like very light-hearted. It's like a fairy who bites. A bit like Tinkerbell maybe. Like Tinkerbell has this little thing where she's like very, does that little cute thing, sweet thing, and then like she's quite mischievous. Like you don't know what to make of her unless you know her, basically. Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I think people do see that you are someone who goes through a lot of challenges, but you kind of go through them alone, or you're not really, are you a loner? I think you kind of are a loner too. People's perception of you, initial perception of you, is that you're someone who's kind of like okay with being alone, or you kind of just get on with things, basically. Like you're not really someone who, to these people, who needs to be, you're not someone who needs to be part of the group. But you have a way of fitting in the group regardless of that. So let's see some more about people's first impressions of you. So please, those who chose Smoking Quartz, what are people's first impressions of them? What are people's first impressions of them? People might like the way you smell. Weird thing, but they might do. What are people's first impressions of Smoky Quartz? I knew you were going to get similar cards out. You just had the Five of Swords again. It's funny because the Five of Swords is usually quite, well, for me anyway, I feel like it is quite a negative card. Like someone who is trying to put their point across no matter what. Like putting their ego above anything. But with the Queen of Cups here and everything else, and also just the general energy of what I'm feeling, which is why you should read tarot intuitively, is that that's not how you guys are. Like you guys aren't egocentric. I'm gonna have to clarify this Five of Swords again, because a part of me feels as if I think it is you guys fighting, sticking up for yourself, sticking up for others, and fighting for kind of like almost what you think is right. Like you're willing to stick up for other people, even if you are quite a reserved person, and that might throw them off a little bit, throw people off when they first get to know you. So please tell me about my first impressions. I'm really trying not to drop these on the floor. Oh, there we go. There we go. So you had the Six of Cups here and the Four of Wands in reverse. And let's get one more card, please, of people's first impressions of Smoky Quartz. Temperance. Kind of came out in reverse. I'm going to leave it out back for now, but it was out in reverse. Gosh, you guys are throwing me off heavily. Okay. Picking up these cards so I can use them as some more clarifiers here. It is funny how you had the Five of Swords come out as the first card of this spread and also the first card of that spread. Then you've got more of that Six energy. Yeah, almost people don't know quite what to make of you. Like maybe they feel your emotions aren't balanced, or you're a little bit erratic sometimes. I don't mean this to offend you guys. Maybe it's like, maybe because they do see both those sides. Like I said, there's this calm side to you, and then there's a side that's kind of like a bit brutal and say stuff and like stick up for yourself or stick up for others, and is very caring. So they're like, I don't quite know what to make of you, basically. Like, are we cool or are we not cool? Like, are we friends or are we not friends? I feel as well when you meet, a lot of people are trying to just put their best foot forward all the time. And I think for you, you don't really, it's not like you don't care about doing that, but I think you are very much yourself all the time. So people kind of get confused with the fact that maybe you say stuff that's very straightforward or something like that, is that you're, they almost get confused because you're not putting up a facade. It's like, oh, okay, what's happening here? I don't know how to navigate this because this person isn't just showing their perfect side to me like right now, and I don't know them. I don't know what to do. Like some people get thrown off when people are super authentic or just very raw. They almost don't, they've almost been playing a role for so long, and we do that in society as well, that they kind of like, I don't know what to make of this person. I don't know what to make of this. How do I navigate these waters with this person? I'm not used to this. This is not what I've been told society is about. And even with the smoky quartz here, it's like there's a darkness and a lightness to you, and you're not afraid to show what people may perceive as darkness, which I don't think is darkness, like an evil darkness. Like a darkness like saying things how they are, basically. A shadow. Right, I want to clarify this 5 of Swords so we can get... Tell me what this is about. You've even got Temperance at the bottom here under... Why do sometimes when it's in reverse I want to say underscore in reverse again. So yeah, a lack of balance, a lack of stability, but why? Why do they think that? I'm just going to quickly pull the thing. Why do they think smoky quartz? Balance or stability? Again, you've got the Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords. Exactly, it is the way you communicate. The way you communicate things. Again, even with the Ace of Swords being in reverse, it's that reserve, like I'm gaining knowledge, I'm observing, I'm taking in everything. Okay, now I'm going to act. Now I'm going to react. Now I'm going to say something. They don't quite know when you're going to just say something or when you're going to sit back and just take everything in. It's so funny. Why are you guys so funny to me? Alright, so let's clarify the 6 of Cups now then, because I kind of figured out this 5 of Swords. Clarify that 6 of Cups in reverse, please. Where's the 6 of Cups in reverse? That's the Ace of Cups, yeah. There is like this emotional, very caring and loving side to you that people do see. 10 of Wands. Again, going through difficulties and hardships. Feeling like maybe you have a lot of responsibility on you. Nine of Swords and Justice. Yeah, again, that shadow coming through there. Sorry if that's not in focus. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like you're not afraid, or people can see that there is this, that there has been or is this hurt inside of you, or maybe this anxiety or something that a lot of people in society always try to hide or keep under wraps, especially when you're first in a new crowd or meeting people. But it's almost like you're not afraid to show that side of you. Like, yeah, I got issues, but I'm also a cool person too. I think you kind of just a take it or leave it type of person. Like, this is me, take it or leave it, basically. And again, with Justice here, someone who stands up for other people, stands up for what is right, and will fight for what they believe is right. Sorry about the focus on this today. Sometimes it likes to cooperate and sometimes it likes to be a little bitch. So yeah, let's look at your oracle cards now. So you have Freya, Radical Acceptance, which I think is very fitting. She also gives me that very warlike energy, and I think I've said this before, she reminds me of the princess, sorry, I don't know if she's a Disney character actually, but the Brave character, where she kind of is just herself and she's like, take me or leave me. Like, take me or leave me. And she stands out from her siblings. She doesn't want to do what everyone else wants to do. She doesn't want to just be the princess and wear the pretty dress. She's like, no, that's not me, and I'm not going to do that for anyone, you know. And then you have the goddess Ocean. Ocean. Why does it just sound strange the way I'm saying it? But I feel like I'm saying it right. Anyway, the goddess of generosity. Yeah, exactly. There's this duality to you. where you're completely yourself, you're completely like won't put up with any bullshit basically, but also the super caring and loving side of you. You're super generous and giving, and that's exactly what the Six of Cups is actually saying, is that you're a very giving person and you're a very loving person. And it's funny because I'm going to take these as lemon just because of the color, but they might be oranges. But imagine like these are lemons here, and I feel like, again, some people will just suck the bitterness of the lemons and they love it, and some people absolutely despise it. And especially when you give children like the taste of a lemon and they make that weird face and you're like, wait, are they going to like it or not? Because I've seen some babies that are like, don't put that near me again, and some are like, oh, I kind of like that. And I think that is exactly what you are like to people. It's like, oh, she's a little bit, not a little bit spicy. When am I saying she? I'm sorry. They're a little bit prickly sometimes, but it's like, okay, do I like this or do I hate this? And then obviously, yeah, with radical acceptance, I kind of explained that. So I actually thought that was 15 and 14. Anyway, we're gonna get some of these. We're gonna get some messages from here which have little like character traits on them. You know, I like to use these if you've seen my other readings. I did put some crystals in there just to kind of renew the energy, but I'm gonna take those out. So let us see. This is the first pull, and sometimes when I'm on the first pull of cards that I don't use that much, they aren't as specific as I would like them to be. So I did put some crystals in there to try and get that energy flowing. Anyway, so for you guys, please, Smoky Quartz, those who chose Smoky Quartz, what are people's first impressions of them? What are people's first impressions of them? I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up. Okay, I didn't want to take too many today because sometimes I go a little bit overboard. Let's see what we've got. First one that's open right in front of my face is short. That could be because you are actually short. Obviously, remember this is the general reading. But I also feel like as well, sometimes short people, I'm imagining a short person in a big crowd. And where I said maybe some people overlook you originally, or you almost can, like I said, blend in because you just kind of blend in to places. But as I said before as well, you don't realize how much people notice you despite how much you might be able to be quite chameleon and blend into places. I hope that makes sense. I know it is quite contradictory, but it makes sense in my head. And then we have laid back here. Yeah, I definitely see that. Laid back. I think you are someone who just kind of is absorbing everything, and people can see that about you. What is this? A good listener. Yeah, like I said, you're taking everything in. And then an extrovert as well. There's a duality to you. You have the personality type an INFP, which is the mediator, and is also part of the diplomats, which is exactly how I see that people get the impression of you straight away. Observational. Okay, we're getting some good messages. Maybe the crystals helped. And then we have medium height, so there's a different height for you if you want it. We have LGBTQI+, so you could be part of that community. Maybe that's something that you're very open about. You're not afraid to share that part of you, and people are like, wow, you're super, you know, expressive basically in your identity, and I love that about you. Meticulous, attention to detail, I'm feeling as well. We have the personality type ISTJ. This is the gestician and part of the sentinels. I don't know what that means. But the gestician is giving me someone who's very logical. And maybe in your arguments, I feel like you're someone who is very diplomatic, wants to debate. And in your arguments, you may be someone who comes across as quite logical. A starseed, yeah, that's that differentness. Differentness? There's something different about you that people are like, I don't quite know what to make of this energy. I've never met it, because starseed is, for me, it means something out of the ordinary and unique. Okay, you also have clever. Yeah, there's a lot of knowledge there, a lot of wisdom. Another personality type, you've got a lot of these coming out. You've got the ISFP, the Adventurer, and part of the Explorers. Another one, you have the ISTP, Virtuoso, and again, a part of the Explorers. Considerate, definitely felt that for you guys. People see you that way. And then fatherly, so there's this masculine figure to you, identity to you, where people feel provided for, taken care of. And I think as well, fatherly reminds me of Saturn, who's can be quite serious and direct as well. Sometimes doesn't have the tact, is that the word? Doesn't have the tact when they say things. Obviously it's just part of their personality, but people are like, oh damn, they really just said it how it is. It's like, yeah, let's say it how it is. I don't even think you really know that you're doing it. You're kind of just like, why would I lie though? Why would I try and sugarcoat this? Like, this is what you need to hear. Maybe some of you guys are Virgos as well. Then anyway, that is everything that I have for you guys, pile number 1, or option number 1, with the Smokey Quartz. Thank you so much for coming to this reading. I hope it resonated with you and gave you some insight into how people see you. So if you enjoyed the video, then feel free to give it a thumbs up to support the content. I also have a virtual tip jar down below if you want to support me in another way. Yeah, if you want to see more from me, then you can also subscribe down below. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content. I like to mix it up. And I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hi there, Labradorite. Welcome to your reading. I've got some oracle cards for you, but we shall always put those off to the side. And I have already pulled some tarot cards for you, which we'll take a little look at now. If I'm looking a little bit stiff, it's because your girl got her second vaccination, so the arm she's a little bit stiff still, but we're working through it. We're pushing on. Anyway, let's see what we've got here. We've got the Page of Pentacles, you got the Empress, came out in reverse. Just leave these cards upright for now. You've got the Two of Cups. You have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then you have the Three of Wands. Okay, let me see. People's first impression of you, Labradorite. People's first impression of you. I feel like you guys are people who stand out from the crowd. To me, as I'm looking at the people on these cards, which are all women, but obviously that does not say anything about your gender or identity, they to me are very beautiful. So I feel like people notice your beauty, especially with the Empress being here as well, actually. People notice your beauty. There's something very feminine about your energy. I think it gives very, like, Cancerian, nurturing, quite motherly. I feel like despite anyone's relationship with their mother, when you meet that kind of Cancerian motherly energy, it just always kind of makes you feel comfortable. It draws you in. You feel like you can feel safe in that energy. Well, sometimes it depends, I guess, again, like I said, a bit how you felt with your mother. It might kind of push you back a little bit because, you know, going into a bit of psychology there, let's not do that. But yeah, overall, people feel very drawn to you. When I say again that femininity is about, and by that I mean like the spiritual ideas of masculine and feminine energy. Femininity is about being receptive to things coming to you. They don't really, it's not about chasing, because that's masculine. Masculine is the one who kind of like goes after things and puts in the action. Feminine comes from within and outwards rather than outwards to in. I hope that makes sense. So with the Three of Wands here, Two of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, it's like everyone is very still. Sorry, I'm trying not to, I don't really want to show the cards too much because I don't want to move my arms too much. But if you look at these cards, like Three of Wands always gives me someone waiting. Two of Pentacles, you know, and then the Page of Pentacles is always just, she's kind of just standing there with her big fat pentacle waiting. She's like, look, I've got this pentacle here, I've got this all this goodness here, who wants to come and have some? So I think that does say something about the way people perceive you, is that someone who they want to kind of give things to, or they're very drawn to you, they want to come towards you, if that makes sense. Some of you guys might have Leo energy in your chart as well, because Leo energy is also, people are drawn to them like the sun, because it's warmth, because it's light. Right, let's get some clarifiers. Right, Page of Pentacles, please. Why is this here? Clarify Page of Pentacles. You've got the Hierophant there. Again, someone sitting down, waiting. Why is the Empress here, please? How about the Empress energy here for us, please? Ooh, that really wanted to come out. That's the Ace of Cups there, yeah. Super nurturing. Very watery energy with you guys. I'm feeling heavy Cancer. I mean, you could have other water signs, Pisces or Scorpio in your chart, but I am feeling very heavy Cancer right now. Two of Cups here, please. Can you please clarify that for us? And again, more feminine energy. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles heavenly coming out in your reading. It's like people perceive you as someone who's very grounded, someone who's very rooted. Like they could build something with you. You might have a lot of romantic interest, I feel, as well, because the way I'm describing it is like someone who wants to build something with you or put down roots with you. This could also go for maybe like business partnerships, like maybe you go for jobs and you get them very easily. You get them very easily because people feel like you're very grounded and trustworthy, and you will bring almost like a motherly energy to the group, to the team. I hope this makes sense and doesn't sound weird, because it makes sense in my head. Why is it the Two of Pentacles here, please, for us? Can you clarify that for Labradorite? Why this Two of Pentacles, please, for Labradorite? Okay, Ten of Cups reversed. Interesting. Why that Two of Pentacles here, please? Ace of Pentacles. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles coming out there now as well. More Pentacle energy, like I keep saying. So Earth and Water is what they see within you, which are very harmonious kind of energies. Like they always say water and earth go well together. So there is harmony, or people feel harmonious with around you, like very peaceful, I think. But there is this undercurrent of a bit of turbulence, and I think sometimes as well, when we think about Cancers, we think about because it is the moon, and the moon fluctuates and it moves very quickly. Is that, what do I want to say? Yeah, is that it's not consistent. Like, even though there is this groundedness to you, it's like there's almost this little bit of inconsistency, and I think it is maybe to do with the emotional part of you. Three of Wands here, please. Can you clarify that for me, please? More water energy, more feminine energy. Queen of Cups reversed. Maybe sometimes people think you don't really know what you want. Sorry about that. Have I Three of Wands for me, please? Have I Three of Wands for us, please? The World card. The Queen of Cups. Where's the Queen of Cups? Right, that did not help at all. Just asked to clarify the Three of Cups in reverse. I mean, sorry, clarify the Queen of Cups in reverse, which was clarifying the Three of Wands in reverse, and they gave me the Three of Wands. Oh, I love when they do that. Not. Okay, I think what I'm getting from this is that even though your energy kind of embodies that feminine, that receiving, the nurturing and calm, I think at the same time, when it comes to your actions, because sometimes I think naturally we pick up on energy, but the energy doesn't actually match the individual's actions, if that makes sense, is that you sometimes come across as a little bit maybe impatient, or your emotions aren't quite stable all the time. I think as well, sometimes you trickle into that masculine of trying to force things to happen for you. But that, I want to say that probably pushes people away, or they don't. I don't know. I feel like I'm going a bit too deep there. But I think sometimes, yeah, you do trickle into the masculine, which we all need to be balanced anyway, of trying to force things to happen. And people do see that as well. That's very strange energy. Again, with the aces here, people offering you things, a lot of things coming to you, like you have a lot of opportunities at your grasp, whether you notice it or not, or you feel like you do. People see you as someone who they either want to give things to, or just in general has a lot of opportunities around you, or even potential to gain those opportunities. I think people are also drawn to your knowledge. You might have a lot of spiritual knowledge in particular. That could even be something that you work as, like maybe a spiritual healer or something like in that realm. Could be like a business of yours as well that draws them to you. Because this on top of this is almost like, oh, my arm. Okay. It's like the stairs are traveling up into this material world. So you've combined the spiritual and the practical. Again, like I say, the water and the earth energies working together. So let us take a look. Oh no, I've got to pull some more cards first. Pull one more. Okay, so what are people's first impressions of Labradorite, please? What are people's first impressions of them? People's first impressions of those who chose Labradorite. They just came flying out. We have the Lovers here. The Ten of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Moon in reverse. Again, those emotions, with it being in reverse, the Moon in reverse is sometimes a little bit of instability when it comes to emotions. That real fluctuation. But then you do have the Knight of Pentacles again, that Pentacle energy of being stable and slow, being cautious. I don't think it's cautious. What is this energy? Hold on. Clarify that Knight of Pentacles, please. Clarify that Knight of Pentacles for Labradorite. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles, please. Please, please. Okay, interesting. Ten of Pentacles and the High Priestess reverse. Both the Moon and the High Priestess being in reverse, it also does talk about like being secretive, or again, very Cancerian, being protective of your emotions as well. protective of your knowledge. I don't know what your career is, but there's something linked to how people see you is through what you do as a career, or how you make your money, how you have become financially abundant, or I want to say even you will become financially abundant. How do I find that 10 of Swords in reverse for me, please? Right, that's strength, which is Leo energy there. Yeah, it's like you are a bit resistant. Why are you resistant to something? Again, strength is about patience as well. Strength. So sometimes maybe people see that you don't see the truth of a situation. Again, the Moon and the High Priestess, things being hidden to you. Or something hidden about you. I don't know if people gossip about you. I mean, I'm not seeing particularly sword energy where there's like, you know, communication happening. What is this? Where's the love card? Love this here, please. Seven of Pentacles again, not seeing results and being a bit impatient. Again, like I said, there's this romance, love energy around you. So maybe the energy that I'm picking up on has been like maybe either past lovers or interests or something like that. And they're kind of coming through. As well, I feel like this is not a direct first impression, like the day I meet you. But it feels as if like the couple of times that I've hung out with you, like say you've hung out with someone 3 or 4 times, or like, yeah, not much, like they don't know the depths of you, but this is kind of like the surface that they've got of you. It's like you're loving, you're alluring, you're very attractive, you appear very balanced maybe on the surface, but underneath your emotions aren't as balanced as you want, as you may initially see that, or maybe romance is an area that maybe you talk about a lot as well, or you share those experiences with new people a lot about your romantic life. So that might be why people have picked up on that, is that your romantic life isn't as smooth sailing as maybe you want it to be, like things not working out as you want them to be. Because that's what the Seven of Pentacles is, like you put time and effort into people, or people put it into you, and you don't see the results. The results aren't there. Yeah, you do have this very fiery part of you, I feel. And it's like you don't want to get on that fiery side. Okay, I'm gonna look at your oracle cards now. Let's see this one. So you have Lilith, Independence. And you have Isis, Rebirth. This is giving me Phoenix energy, and I don't think there's any fire on the card, but again, very fiery. With Lilith, that very, what's it called? Feminine, alluring, attractive, wanting things their way. Like I said, maybe that masculine of wanting to control a situation, going after things because it's almost like not surrendering to an outcome but trying to force something to happen maybe sometimes. but then also independence here coming through. Okay, so I've got a bit of guidance from the book, and actually the way I was saying things, it's creating the full picture. So here with Lilith, if you know the story of Lilith, which I'm not that well educated on, but when I was saying I don't know if people gossip about you, it's possible that people have heard things about you before they meet you, and they have these preconceived ideas, and it's almost like despite that, you're determined not to let those like get you down, or what people say or say about you, maybe to your face even, to get you down. Like if they say, oh, you're so emotional, oh, you're too emotional, you're too needy, or something like that. It's like you either embrace those parts of you, like, yeah, I like love, I want affection, or whatever. You kind of just own it, basically. You own those parts of you and you make it empower you opposed to get you down. I think that is what it was trying to say. Then Isis here, yeah, was definitely talking about sometimes maybe being resistant to change, or resistant to how things are and wanting to change them. So let us get some messages from here. Take the little crystals out of here first of all. Get some messages for here from you guys. So what are people's first impressions of those who chose the Labradorite, please? Those who chose the Labradorite, what are people's first impressions of them? Right, I'm going to speed this bit up. Okay. So let's start off over here. We have a teacher. Why is that in there? Actually, there it is. We have considerate, wise. Yeah, with this Hierophant here, there is a knowledge to you. Flexible, generous, a leader, very Lilith energy. Short. Your hair may be a point of conversation, attraction. Again, that is very Leo as well. Leo rules the hair. We have Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have a homebody, very Cancerian. Pretty, yeah, your looks. And I think as well with it being pretty, it's like you're very... there's like this almost innocence to you. Innocence. Because these girls are very gorgeous, like delicately pretty. Animated. Mysterious, yeah. Something that's hidden within you. That could be like your knowledge, your spiritual knowledge or something like that. Devoted. Yeah, Pisces, definitely. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Definitely feel Piscean Venus as well there. Or Pisces Rising. They have those big eyes. Odd. So a little bit different as well. So a teacher, someone they can learn from. I think you are someone who wants to impart your wisdom on others as well. So they can see that about you. Generous, giving, a leader. This Capricorn energy is kind of surprising. But that could also just go into kind of like your leadership energy. And also it's giving me 10th house. So you might have lots of placements in your 10th house. And 10th house is how, kind of like your public image. So people are drawn to you. You know, 10th house energy, people are drawn to you in public, basically, in public places. People see that energy and they want to be around you. What else would I want to say? Animated, yeah, there's this liveliness to you. A liveliness to you. A homebody, flexible. This could actually be to do with your actual flexibility. Maybe someone who's flexible physically. Yeah, okay, what else? I think that's everything. So yeah, that's everything that I have for you guys. Option number 2, who chose the Labradorite here. Thank you for coming to the reading. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up to support me, and there's also a virtual tip jar down below that is always linked down there if you want to support me in a different way. If you want to see more from me, then you can also subscribe down below. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content because I like to switch it up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hi, those of you who chose this green Aventurine here, welcome to your reading. I've got some oracle cards here, but I'll just put them off to the side. And we've got some tarot cards for you here as well. So let's take a look at those now. So your first card is the 9 of Wands, came out in reverse. You then have the Page of Wands. More wand energy, we have the 4 of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which came out in reverse as well. And then we also have Justice, which came out in reverse. So, people's first impression of you, Aventurine. Straight away, Page of Wands and 4 of Wands is giving me someone who is probably more outgoing. People might perceive you as quite outgoing, or maybe the way that you meet people is in social situations, or it seems to be at parties. Somewhere where you are able to kind of like maybe socialize in more of a busy environment. Because with the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse and the 9 of Wands, there is this reservedness to you, like you keep yourself to yourself. And I think that is to do with, I'm just going to take a guess now before we pull clarifiers, but I feel like it's going to be to do with maybe like your more personal feelings or your emotions. That's what you kind of keep under wraps. But when it comes to like having fun and being, you know, out there and adventurous and all these different things, like yeah, that's seen. That is very clear. You may be seen as quite eccentric, or yeah. Basically, just see someone quite outgoing. Like the type of person who will be on the dance floor all night. Being like, come and dance with me, yeah. And then again with Justice in reverse, it's like there's something hidden about you. Something that you hide about yourself. You may even be quite private with like how much you earn or your financial status. I know that's quite random. But there's something you don't really share with people. Let's pull some clarifiers. You know what? I'm so cold today, guys. I'm so cold. Got like 1 pile left and I can't wait to just get under a blanket. The thing is, the sun is shining outside. Okay, anyway, just side topic. Why is the 9 of Wands here, please? Oh, more page energy. Yeah, there's a very light-hearted youthfulness to you. Page of Swords clarifying that 9 of Wands. Similar to pile number 1, you may have this slight observer energy. I don't think it is as intense as pile number 1, because you guys know how to kind of just get into the group or the circle. I don't know how to say it, but basically be a part of it. Like you're not going to be standing off on the sidelines, basically. Where's the Page of Wands here, please? Where's the Page of Wands here? Chariot in reverse. Where's 4 of Wands here, please? Clarify the 4 of Wands for your Aventurine. You got the Justice again. I think for us, well, sorry, for me, it is just showing me that this justice in reverse over here is not about your perceived lack of balance, because you do have the Four of Wands here, which is talking about stability, foundations, clarified by the justice upright, which also talks about balance as well. So yeah, that's not what this is talking about then. So we'll come and see what that is to clarify. But why is the Queen of Pentacles here, please? That's the Eight of Pentacles. Again, something about work, the way you work. I don't know, do you not tell people what you do for work? Why is the Justice here in reverse, please? The Seven of Swords. Interesting. There's something definitely mysterious about you. Like, people can't figure out, what are you hiding from these people? Green Aventurine, what are you hiding? Are you like a superhero? That's literally what this reading is giving me. Like, you guys are secret superheroes of saving the world at night. I just think for you guys, as with most people, I guess, when it comes to first impressions, there's more than meets the eye, and people see this. It's like, yeah, you're super fun and outgoing, but actually this person is really smart as well. This person is super hardworking. This person is let me see what this Seven of Swords is. I think you're just very strategic about who you reveal these parts of yourself to. Like, maybe you're quite a compartmentalized type person. Have the Seven of Swords and Justice here, please. Seven of Swords and Justice here. Six of Swords and the Devil in reverse. So this is kind of talking about not being afraid to let go and move on from things. Which is funny because I'm very drawn to the city on the Seven of Swords here in the background, and how he's not there. He's not in the city, if that makes sense. It's almost like he's trying to escape it. So maybe you're someone who goes and travels a lot, or it's like one day you're here, you're partying with us, and the next day you're on social media and you're like in Bali, and they're like, wait, where the hell did they just go? What? How come they're in Bali? Why didn't they tell me? It's giving me very, I don't know if any of you guys watch Nella Rose, and she's very like, there'll be times where she like moves apartment or does something and everyone's like, wait, when did this happen? Why weren't we involved? Like, even your friends, maybe. It's like, yeah, you know, they'll be asking your friends like, oh, what are they up to now? Have no idea. Don't know. Yeah, they just kind of do their own thing. They're here when they're here and they're not when they're not. Even the Nine of Wands page still sending check in. Three of Cups. Tower card reversed. Again, I think you're just very private about what you share with people. What parts of yourself that you share with people. Ace of Wands. Interesting. You get something in your head, you get an idea, and then you just go for it. Like, you might not have a lot of direction when you're going for it. You're not sure how you're gonna get there, but you're just like, but I'm gonna try anyway. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, please. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, very interesting. Okay. Oh, that's a King of Pentacles there. I'm pulling a lot of cards for you guys. So And then Four of Swords, High Priestess. Hold on, this bit here is just confusing me a little bit because there's kind of like two messages that I'm getting and I'm not sure which one it is for you guys. So here you have the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. And we've noticed that you get an idea, you go after it, you have maybe people think you don't have a lot of direction at the point of you going after it. Because obviously this is what people are perceiving about you. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Again, this is just talking about you basically being very strategic about who you give things to or what you share with people. This could be finances, this could be your emotions, this could be, for a lot of you guys, sometimes I'm feeling a little bit of finances, like you keep them to yourself until you have more knowledge. You have more knowledge. So you don't react straight away. You're not a very reactive person. You are more sit back. I'm going to gain a bit more knowledge here and then I'm going to react. So you're not a reactive person. I think this is what this is showing me. So let's just clear this up a little bit and pull some more cards for you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think even with the Tower card in reverse, it's like before you make any big changes, you are going to think it through. Or even more so, before you say anything, you're going to think it through. Yeah, so if you are drawn to pile number 1, I would say this is definitely your pile. Like, you chose the right pile here. Because it's almost like complementary to pile number 1. It's very similar, but it's not quite the same. What are we doing? Pulling some cards. Here we go. Like, I think you in pile number 1, the people in pile number 1 would really understand each other, but you both, again, react in different ways. Or you express yourself in different ways even. Two of Cups in reverse. I'm going to put that up there actually. So, tell me. We're in Aventurine. What are people's first impressions of them, please? So chose Green Aventurine. What are people's first impressions of them? Again, with that Two of Cups there, it's like you're not very... I don't want to say you're not very giving, because I don't want to make it sound like you're selfish, but you're not very forthcoming to people. Knight of Swords, the Hermit card in reverse. Tell me about people's first impressions of them, please. The Lovers, interesting. Three of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Hold on, I'm gonna just pull one card because that's okay. Hold on. There we go. Knight of Wands now. With these Knights here, I do feel like it's just the fact that you react when you feel like it's time to react. You give to those who you feel like almost deserve to be gave to. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. So you have the Goddess Menemesin. Anyway, the Goddess of the Past. And then you also have the Goddess of Communion. This came out in reverse here. communion to me. It feels like about sharing, about building a unity, a community, a trust. So maybe that's something that you struggle to do. People see that you struggle to do. And then with the past here, I feel like these readings are a lot more, either these readings are a lot more spiritually in tune than I would have thought people, how do I want to say this? I feel like people's impressions of people are more in tune than we would expect them to be, if that makes sense. Because there's a message about the past influencing your current reality, which it does for everyone. But it's like people may think that your past experiences have caused you to be very... is it about being... but very reserved when it comes to certain people, very skeptical of certain people, I would say. I want to just read about communion real quick. Okay. So communion, I'm getting it a little bit wrong, but it does relate with your reading here in that basically when I was saying you think twice before you react to things, and that's what this is about in reverse. It's saying you see this, you recognize that maybe I don't know enough yet, I don't know everything I need to know right now, so I'm not going to react, or I'm not going to do that thing until it either feels right or I know enough. It feels like I know, I'm assured that this will produce the results that I want. Do you think you are someone who learns from the past experiences and take those on board as well, actually? And maybe you have been too quick to jump into things or too quick to react to things. So yeah, this is you basically taking on those lessons and taking a little step back and being like, wait, do I know everything that I need to know to react to this, that to take action that will be for everyone's highest good, basically? Like, you're very wise in that. You're very wise. Okay, let's take some of these little qualities, I don't know what to call them, characteristics, I would say, from here. So I'm going to speed this up. Okay, let's see what we have here. First one, because it's a little bit open, we have the personality type ISFJ, the Defender. This is part of the Sentinels. We have non-judgmental. I think that really relates to you thinking twice before you say something or take action towards something. A tarot reader. Yes, very interesting. Because I was talking about that spiritual awareness. I can't remember what I was saying. But I was feeling like some of you guys have this intuitive ability to you. Or you are connected to a higher power in that this knowledge you want to gain, it's not always like, say, scientific knowledge or something like that. Okay, and then you've got personality type ISTJ, the logistician, sorry. We have an ambivert, yeah. So someone who sometimes they are outgoing, sometimes they are introverted. We have adventurous, I definitely see that about you. There's some Sagittarian energy here. That's what it is, that Jupiter thing. We have a yes. Yes, yeah, I feel like you're the type of person who says yes to things. Organic. So very pure, very honest, I feel as well. That's again very Sagittarian. Older, and I heard wiser as well. Ambitious, definitely. Personality type ESTP, the entrepreneur, and the part of the explorers. So yeah, you're not afraid to try something new. Like you have an idea and you want to go after it. People see this about you. A partier. What did I say? A good listener. You have, oh, I think this is Pisces, if I could open it. Yeah, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus you could have. And also laid back, yeah. Health queen / king. So someone who cares about their health. This could be physical health, mental health. Maybe the food that you eat is very important to you. People just perceive this about you anyway, whether it's true or not. And also an extrovert as well. So yeah, what was I gonna, no, I don't think I need to explain anything else actually. That's everything that I have for you guys. Option number 3, you chose the green Aventurine. Thank you so much for coming to this reading. If you enjoyed it and it resonated with you, then I would love if you could support it by giving it a thumbs up. There is also a virtual tip jar down below, link down below, if you'd like to support me in another way. If you want to see more from me, then you can also subscribe down below. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content because I like to mix it up. And I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hi, those of you who chose Aragonite, welcome to your reading. I got some oracle cards for you, but we'll look at those a little bit later. And we'll start off looking at these tarot cards here that I've pulled. So, Aragonite, people's first impressions. First of all, we have the 4 of Cups reversed. We have the 8 of Swords. There we go, 8 of Swords. We have the Tower. The funny thing is, I always feel something as soon as I turn the first few cards around, and then the rest are like, yeah, you're right. I was gonna say very heavy energy for you guys straight off the bat. 7 of Cups here. And the Hierophant. Sorry about the lighting, it's going to change quite a lot. I don't know. I'm getting 2 different ideas. One is that you are very, maybe like eccentric, outgoing. I'm very drawn to the lightning that is present on this Tower card. Very lively person. And then also the way he's laughing in the Hierophant, I feel like you're someone who's very happy, or someone who's basically, they can see laughing a lot. But then the 8 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, the 7 of Cups is giving me someone who has quite a few worries or fears, has a lot of maybe indecision. I'm seeing someone who's quite anxious sometimes, doesn't quite know which path to take or which option to do. Maybe they see you as someone who maybe relies on other people to make choices for them. Like, say you're at a restaurant or something like that. Like, it doesn't have to be that serious, but just say you're at a restaurant and you're like, oh my god, I don't know what to choose, you just pick it for me. Basically something like that. I feel like you are a risk taker though. It's funny, in all these paths I've been feeling this strange duality. There's like extremes, like, okay, someone who's a little bit anxious or traps themselves maybe sometimes in their own overthinking, or yeah, overthinking basically. Some of you guys might have Libra placements and Aquarian placements as well actually. But then also someone who is outgoing and lively and is up for a lot of things. I don't want to say anything, but it's up for a good time basically, or is a good time in general. Maybe you're just slow to make decisions. Remember, this is, I'm saying it like it is you, but also it's how people are seeing you, which I forgot to say in the other piles, but you know. Right, so let's clarify these cards here then. First of all, let's start with the Four of Cups. Why is Four of Cups in reverse, please? That was too many. That was too many. Hold on, I'm going to re-pull cards because I don't want that many. Tell me why the Four of Cups is here, please, in reverse, as specifically as you can. There we go. Okay, Six of Pentacles there. Why is the Eight of Swords here? Yeah, I think maybe sometimes you struggle with discernment or overthinking. Like, you're not sure. Even like, let's say something like picking friends or something like that. It's like, I don't know how to say it. Oh, let's see that. Okay, we'll come back to it. I'm sure it will come to my mind again. Why is the Eight of Swords here again? That's the Hangman reverse. Yep, stagnancy. Why is the Tower card here, please? The World. Why is the Seven of Cups here? It's the Hierophant that just came out there. Temperance and the Hierophant came out. And clarify the Hierophant to me, please. And the Seven of Pentacles. It's funny because I was laughing a little bit because of the Hangman, and then the depiction of it is someone who's kind of just swinging over this, you could call it a water or something like that. Like, she's kind of just swinging in the air basically, and seemed very free-spirited and like la 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 la, I could lie here all day. Maybe it's even that you distract yourselves with leaving all the big tasks till later, like a procrastinator a little bit. Like, you're at home, you're stressing about work or homework or coursework or whatever, and then your friend texts you and they're like, hey, want to meet up? And you're like, yeah, why not? I've got a bunch of work to do, but I'm gonna meet up anyway because I'll do it later. Like, when something stresses you out, or you almost put too much pressure on yourself. That's the thing, you're putting too much pressure on yourself. But people see that when something stresses you out, you kind of just push it away, or you take a break, or you ignore it, or you don't do anything about it instead. It's like, ugh, I'm gonna wait for that wisdom to come to me. I'm just gonna wait until someone tells me what to do, or I get a little bit wiser. Because the thing is, the Hierophant is a teacher, someone who's gained that knowledge already. So I think maybe with the Seven of Pentacles here, this knowledge is something you're still cultivating. Let's pull some cards here. Or people perceive that in you anyway. Sorry, I don't mean to make it sound like this is actually you, but it's just how people are. Their first impressions of you. Right, so please, for Aragonite, what are people's first impressions of Aragonite? The Emperor reversed. I'm hearing someone who lacks discipline, because I heard first of all lacks control, but it was discipline. Bear in mind, these first impressions could come from, I don't know, but yeah. First impressions, please, of Aragonite. What are people's first impressions of them? The Wheel of Fortune. I think you are someone who looks on the bright side of things, though. You try to look on the bright side of things. Like, you take the good with the bad, with the Wheel of Fortune being here. And then the Four of Wands here. You're up for a celebration. You're up for a good time. You want to be there to celebrate people's wins and successes as much as you want to celebrate your own as well. I think as well with the Knight of Cups here, you are forthcoming with your emotions, or desires at least. The High Priestess reversed. Again, that's spiritual wisdom. Hold on a moment. Clarify the High Priestess in reverse for me, please. Why is the High Priestess in reverse for them? Yeah. It's almost like you can't discern between, say, what your intuition is telling you and what your ego is telling you. Or maybe you have a gut instinct. You're like, oh, my gut instinct. You'll be like to someone, my gut instinct is telling me not to do that. And then they'll turn around and come back and they'll be like, they'll see you doing it. And they'll be like, bro, what happened? What happened? I thought you said you weren't going to do it. It's like, no. Instinct, that old thing. Why would I listen to that? I feel like you have a very, what's it called? Someone's like, the day is young. No, what's it called? I'm trying to think of the phrase where people are like, I'm young, life is young, or something like that. Like, you don't want to think about the long-term plans, basically, the long term. You want to be like, right here, right now, I want to do this, and I'm going to do it. Oh, the Emperor in reverse. Justice. Yeah. Again, finding the balance, finding the discernment between when to react to when to work with something or someone, and when not to, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, Queen of Wands, you're up for a good time. You're a very sociable being. Again, quite eccentric, light-hearted person. That's how you come across. Where's the Wheel of Fortune here, please? Page of Wands in reverse. Where's the Wheel of Fortune here, please? Four of Pentacles in reverse. Chariot in reverse. Interesting. One more card. Where's the Wheel of Fortune here, please? This is very confusing and a little bit interesting. I feel like sometimes maybe you do hold yourself back from fully expressing yourself with this Wheel of Fortune here. Maybe it's about fully expressing, I keep hearing desires. I mean, we don't have the Devil here, but I think maybe people see that you would rather do what other people do, and that doesn't mean as in like, oh, you just copy what everyone else does, but as in again, like the example of choosing a meal or something like that, rather than making, it's like you overthink it. This is what I see in my head anyway. You're overthinking, there's too many options, someone else goes for the club sandwich and you're like, oh, I'll just get the club sandwich because, you know, if they like it then I'll like it. Or rather than basically going on, say you wanted the chicken and waffles, but because someone else chose the club sandwich, you're like, oh, I'll just get a club sandwich. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Right, let's look at your oracle cards here. So you have both devotion and home in reverse. straight away with the card home, I get that you kind of, like I keep saying, you stick to your comfort zone. That's what people see in you, is that you kind of stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. I'm getting High School Musical. No, 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 no. Stick to the stuff you know. If you want to be cool, follow one simple rule. See, that's line. If you want to be cool, follow one simple rule. What is the rest of the song? If you know, look at the status quo. Sticking to the status quo, basically, yeah. So sticking with the status quo, it's like everyone else has gone for that club sandwich and you're like, but I really wanted those chicken and waffles, but I'm not going to get those chicken and waffles because everyone else got that club sandwich. I'm saying these messages are a lot deeper than I expected them to be. Yeah, I think with the devotion here, people feel maybe sometimes that what you focus on is not the things that are actually important. Like, for example, how people see you is in the grand scheme of things is not actually that important, but you seem to overthink certain areas of your life and it leaves you like stuck or trapped. And then home, leaving what doesn't serve you. Also, yeah, just again, I'm seeing again, it's quite a mental issue, like a mental block for you guys. So releasing people, energies around you that keep you trapped in old ways of thinking or limiting you. Like, these could be friends that maybe speak badly about you or put you down in some way, but you're like, but I've been friends with them for years now. Like, they were my childhood friend. Of course I love them. I'm joking. Of course I can't, you know, just leave them or stop being friends with them or something like that. Anyway, let's see what else we get from these messages here. Just taking out the crystals, don't mind me. I'm going to speed this bit up, but we're going to see what qualities we get coming out here as additional messages. So okay, I got quite a few for you guys. I think because we're on the last reading, I was just getting a bit ahead of myself, but here we go. So we have kind, independent, have Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I don't know if you were the pile I said about Sagittarius. I think that was the pile before that. You have caring, shy, which I'm surprised to see actually. No, I'm not actually. Friendly, cheerful, okay, what else have we got? We've got a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or Venus I should say. Obviously you don't have to be any of those placements, have any of those placements. You have an entrepreneur, a partier, fatherly. I'm surprised to see that masculine energy there. Where am I? I guess I just didn't really pick up on it before, but now it makes sense actually. Take care of others. Yeah, I think you are very concerned about helping other people, but sometimes you forget to help yourself. I think that's what people will see about you. A straight talker. Straight talker. Say it how it is. We have lazy here. I think that might be your procrastination. You have adaptable, yeah. An introvert. Personality type ISFJ, the defender. I feel like I've got that quite a few times actually. We also have INFJ, the advocate, the diplomat. a foodie. It's funny because I gave so many examples about that friggin' club sandwich. Some of you guys might be Tauruses as well. A homebody, so that's really honing in there. Where else did it say? I don't know, I saw something and I was thinking, yeah, homebody. I don't know what it was. Okay, anyway. Oh no, here, it's home as well. And intellectual as well. So there's a really good mix in here. The funny thing is, I feel like a lot of these people feel as if they're friends with you. So maybe I've picked up on people who are already your friends, their kind of first impression of you. Because this is what it feels like. It feels very caring, it feels very friendly. It feels like someone who wants to speak about your positives and wants to give you good advice about the future or something like that, you know? So yeah. That's everything that I have for you guys. Pile number 4, those of you who chose the Aragonite, thank you so much for watching this reading. If you enjoyed it, then please support the channel by giving it a thumbs up. If you want to support me in another way, then I also have a link, a virtual tip bar down below that you could, if you wanted to support me in another way. You can also subscribe to me down below. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content because I like to mix it up. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.